Hello, Internet. Final disclaimer. We lost the audio for this in the last 5-ish episodes, but this is the last one. Next week, it's back to normal.
Yeah.
But sorry for the inconvenience. Just this block of episodes, we lost the footage. But you know the drill. Audio's still here. And footage of the show.
The show, yes.
But join us next week where it's back to normal. All right, see you then.
Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet.
Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Watches Lost. I'm Jesse.
I'm Kristine.
Today we are watching Season 2, Episode 16, The Whole Truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Presumably. So help you God. I feel like I forgot to mention, my bed's behind the couch because there's a leak in my bathroom that got into my bedroom. So I've been living out here. You should have probably already seen it. Hopefully some videos already came out, but just getting that out of the way in case people were wondering. Hey, things look slightly different. It's not permanent. Hopefully next time you see us, it'll be back to the way it used to be. Except I do have a new extra light that's like making, I don't know if you can see the green. Anyway, last time.
Previously on Lost.
Dang it.
Every time.
Every time. You should just do that. Because you seem to remember previously on Lost.
You do the voice better.
I do.
Gotta remember.
We'll try it. Try the voice.
Previously on Lost.
Really? That's your best attempt at doing that voice?
Yeah. It's an announcer voice. I can't go that deep.
It's a good voice. Yeah. It's not a good impression of Carlton Cuse, who does the previously voice.
You asked me to try and I tried.
Okay.
This is why I said you were better.
Okay.
I can't go that deep. My voice doesn't go that deep.
You can't even try.
I mean, not that low. I can't go that low. It's gonna lose the announcer part if I go that deep.
All right. Last time we found out what happened to Claire during the week none of us can remember. Well, she can't remember. We never saw. And yeah, a few characters kind of regressed a little, but some are more excusable than others, I think. Namely Saeed. I get why Saeed's doing it more than Charlie, and Sawyer's somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
But whose truth do you think we're getting the whole thing of?
Maybe Kate. Because she's the only one that I can think of that... Well, no, but she ran away before her trial, right? Was she on trial? She was on trial.
No.
She wasn't, right?
No, she's being taken to...
Yeah, right. She was going to... And then she ran away. That's why I'm like, the only one...
She never got that far.
The only one that I can really think of is... maybe Jack? Because of Dad? I don't know.
Maybe Henry Gale?
I mean, but he was... I don't know. Maybe.
Because people think he's lying.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he gets an episode and we find out, dang, he actually... was telling the truth. The whole truth. That's what we'll say, organically. Well, maybe we won't. Let's find out. But first, you at home, don't forget to support the official release. This is not a market substitute. Okay, lawyers? Actually, you've been pretty cool so far this series. Way better than HBO has been to this channel. I'll say that. You guys are pretty cool. So, let's watch.
분위기 다 망치네. 그죠. 지난 2년 동안 노력해도 아무 소식이 없어서 우리 병원에 가자.
애랑 놀아줄 시간도 없으면서 애 욕심을.
내 핑계 대지 마. 다 일 때문에.
일 때문에? 피 묻힌 손으로 집에 들어오는 것은 일이 아니에요.
당신은 내 손에 왜 피가 묻었다고 생각해? 어? 피를 묻히게 한 사람은 당신 아버지야. 다 아버님이 시킨 거야. 우리한테 애가 생기면 아버님도 생각이 바뀌실걸? 손주가 생기면 혹시 알아? 좀 더 안전한 일자리를 주실지.
Is she gonna see Walt too? Oh. Oh no, wait, it's not raining.
어서 돌아가자.
뭐? 싫어.
당장 가자니까? 너 납치당하고 싶어?
뭐라고요?
바로 여기서 넌넌한테 당했잖아. 이거
뭐 하는 거야? 그래. 뭐 하는 거야?
그래.
뭐 하는 거야?
됐지? 이제 여기 올 필요 없지? 이제 갈까?
왜? It means why in Korean. 왜?
He doesn't want her to get attacked again.
Okay, but like that's not the way to do it. Again, regression. For like no reason. Oh, damn, you run fast, girl. Gotta go fast.
You were running like the devil's chasing you. We got a man locked up down in the hatch. There's a possibility he's one of them. The others. You have experience with the others. You were a cop. Seems to me you're the most qualified to figure out if this man's telling the truth.
Honey? Are you alright? I think I'm just a little lightheaded. Well, give her some water.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't pay him any mind, honey. He's just mad at the world because he forgot my birthday.
I didn't forget. I don't even know what day of the week it is.
It's
Rose.
Saturday, Bernard. Honey, can you walk?
Really? I'm alright.
교통이 많이 막히진 않았죠?
맨날 똑같죠, 뭐.
진수 씨가 여기 오는 거 아시죠?
아니요.
마실 거 좀 드릴까요?
그냥 아이스티 주세요.
In English?
I would like an iced tea. Please.
Very good.
Thank you.
Our problem.
Our Henry problem. We've had him locked up for 3 days now, and I can't help but get the sense that he's just not motivated to cooperate with us.
What do you think about Ana Lucia?
I'll talk to her.
I already did.
In there with him now.
Power flex.
So you gonna tell me your story, Henry?
Why bother? I've already told it to everyone. Jack, Locke, the big black guy that cut off his beard. Oh yeah, and my buddy Saeed. You can see how much he liked my story.
So how about you try me?
Sawyer? How's your book?
Predictable. Not nearly enough sex.
Judy Bloom book.
I need a pregnancy test.
How do you know he hasn't snapped her neck, John? I didn't know she hasn't snapped his.
Okay. So why don't you draw me a map to your balloon? We'll go out there, we'll find it, and everybody will believe you.
That's what they all keep asking me to do. Draw a map. And if I mess up, they'll crucify me.
You flew around the world in a balloon. And you don't think you can draw up a good map?
Air travel, it's a different animal. It's about wind currents.
Do you, or do you not know where it is?
Yeah, I know where it is. I went back there to bury my wife. You people have been looking for someone to punish for everything that's happened to you. Someone to blame, and now you've got it. Doesn't matter what I do. I'm dead already.
You draw up that map, Henry. I'll find your balloon. But if you don't, things are gonna play out just like you said.
Yeah, she's probably right.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Like about Henry, or
Yeah.
like if he's telling the truth?
Yeah.
Hey, son. Look what I found in the middle of the jungle. It's not even melted or nothing. Crazy, huh?
I was just heading to the beach.
Okay. Well, later, dude.
He's so awkward.
Well, they were both hiding something. I found this candy bar.
I know. So convincing, Hurley.
말씀드리기가 별로 좋지 않습니다. 초음파 검사 결과 부인의 나팔관은 그 조직 상처로 인해 가지고 다 막혀 있습니다. 그래서 임신 가능성은 불가능합니다.
결혼하기 전부터 알고 있었어?
이런 사실 내가 왜 숨기겠어요? 아, 그렇지. 내가 어떻게 다시 같은 잘난 남자를 꼬셨겠어요?
Yeah. You're sorry to him, not the actual person that can't conceive. Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's totally her fault. totally
She's just not trying hard enough.
Yeah, like obviously. All you need to do is, like get a new fallopian tube. It's so easy. Anyone can do it.
Saeed, can I talk to you? Alone?
Whatever you need to say, you can say it here.
It's about the hatch.
Oh, you mean the guy locked in the closet there? Well, fine.
It's to his balloon.
How did you get him to do this?
I asked nicely.
Did Jack and Locke know about this?
Jack and Locke are a little too busy worrying about Locke and Jack. All I want to know is if this guy's telling the truth.
Why come to me?
Judging from what you did to his face, that's what you want too.
This is at least a day's walk.
Then we should get going.
You coming?
A new trio of characters you wouldn't expect.
Yeah. I like it.
But I mean, Saeed's kind of the only one to reach out to Charlie at this point.
Well, Sawyer did too, sort of.
Sort of, in his own way.
Yeah.
And Ana Lucia really has no room to judge others. So she's probably fine with it. All right, yeah, Charlie here too. Right.
Yeah, she doesn't really know him.
Pointing out the geographical touchstone does not mean he's leading us to a balloon.
Maybe not, but at least we're on the right island.
Charlie even laughing.
Humor's not his strong suit. And I'm saying this to you.
Maybe you should give the gun to somebody who knows how to use it.
Maybe I will. As I recall, the last time you had a gun, you murdered someone.
That's enough.
Yeah, alright, fair.
Of the three, yes.
Yeah, fair. I like though he was just like
like,
you think I'm gonna give it to you? He knows how to use it too.
You might have a point that I shouldn't have the gun. But
Yeah.
neither should you. I'm giving someone who knows how to use it.
Yeah, so yeah. Fair.
Is that the bad one?
That's pregnant.
These tests are pretty accurate.
They are pretty accurate.
You know, false negative in the first week, maybe, but positive is a positive.
But it's impossible.
Oh no, it's possible.
So how's she pregnant when she can't have kids?
Well, the doctor said it's impossible, but like nothing's ever 100% impossible. It's just very, very unlikely. That's why there are miracle babies. That's why I didn't really like the language you use. Like, it's impossible. It's like, okay, nothing's impossible. Come on. just very, 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 very unlikely.
He said I cannot have children. I was glad.
우리가 여기서 뭐 하는 거죠? 산신이 이미 한 달 전부터 영어를 유창하게 하는데요.
저는요?
I'm not saying you should stay for Jin.
You got a good reason to hate me. I'm sorry for what I did.
I'm trying to protect your people. It wasn't you that killed Shannon, it was them. And once we find out he is one of them, then something will have to be done.
A stern talking to. Hey, no more of that.
Stop that.
Oysters. Pearl. For Rose. Pearl. 시간 낭비하지 마세요. No oyster. No oyster here. Ah, of course not.
No, Daddy-o! Well, way to go, Papa San. Didn't waste much time.
Son's pregnant?
No, oh god, so you're just telling everyone.
Jen Senior here knows yet.
You know some English, guys.
Still, Papa.
Oh, nice to shoot.
One way. Ela znasz nas.
That was cool hearing it from his perspective.
그래서 뭐 하는 거예요?
내가 잘못했으니까 바르긴 해야지. 난 네가 필요해. 그런 거는 너무 싫어. 자꾸 사고는 거. 아, 내가 못나서.
나 임신했어요.
뭐?
당신한테 할 얘기가 있어요.
선씨,
김 선생님?
잠깐 잘 타시죠.
No.
Right? It's...
지난번에 제가 큰 잘못을 했습니다.
음.
사실은요, 선 씨에게 문제가 있는 게 아니고요. 두 분에게 문제가 있습니다.
아니 뭐 때문에 그런?
그땐 제가 어떻게 할 수가 없었어요. 죄송합니다. 정말 죄송합니다. 부분께서 아버님 믿으신다.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough.
그분은 제 병원을 불살라버렸을 겁니다.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright. Ooh.
So she could get pregnant, theoretically, from any old buddy. And Jin can't.
Did she cheat on him? So does that mean either she cheated on him or it's just, yeah, a miracle baby? I don't know.
당신한테 맹세하는데 나한테는 당신뿐이야. 그게 사실이고.
It's the island. It fixes problems. You got your juice back, bro!
이건 기적이야.
Yeah. Some miracle baby. What's that face, son? What's that face?
사람들에게 알려도 돼?
잭하고 케이트는 벌써 알고 있고 아마 소율도 알고 있을 거예요.
Picked up on
나도
that.
알고 있겠네?
섬의 사람 모르는 사람은 없을걸요?
Right? Once Hurley knows, everyone knows.
Yeah.
I love you.
Aw, that was cute.
I guess I earned myself some goodwill for finally drawing that map for Anna. Did you
No.
Ooh.
You guys have some real trust issues, don't you?
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Of course, if I was one of them, there'd be no balloon. So I'd draw a map to a real secluded place. Good place for a trap. And when your friends got there, a bunch of my people would be waiting for them. And then they'd use them to trade for me. I guess it's a good thing I'm not one of them, huh?
Dude.
You guys got any milk?
Duh.
So, that was the whole truth. What'd you think?
Just fucking Jack, man.
What did Jack do?
Just being Jack.
I don't think he didn't do much this episode.
No, I just mean like, why do you let him out, man?
He's trying to show a little humanity.
I know.
Change of pace. Maybe he'll be more cooperative.
Yeah.
So, I asked you during the episode, after seeing the episode, are you leaning any which way on Henry Gale?
Well, I mean, yeah.
After that little spiel at
I mean,
the
I
end?
didn't think he was telling the truth to begin with, honestly.
Okay.
Like, because we already know, like, a lot of them, like, especially with Ethan, right, when he infiltrated, like, they're really good at telling stories. And actually, seeing that theatrical glue, right, like, if some of them have theater background or, like, improv background, it's, and if you're, like, very, well-versed in it, like, you can come up with stuff like that really easy. Or not easy, but, like, pretty quickly. Because, like, that's all improv. Like, you're literally just coming up with a story, like, on the go. And if they're used to that, like, right, because they've been doing that for a long time, I'm assuming, or, like, at least with the other, like, with their group, they infiltrated, right? And then, so, yeah, like, it's, yeah, it makes sense that, like, they could either just come up with something on the fly, or, like, they gave them a story, and then they were like, this is a basic story. If they ask a question, just kind of fucking make stuff up, right? Like,
so you think it's a trap then?
Yeah.
That there were Anna Lucia, Saeed, and Charlie are walking into a trap.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, that's...
Because, like, even, I mean, I know maybe it's just for storytelling, but, like, I feel like if he were, like, not, or, like, you know, being truthful, the way he's acting...
He's playing a lot of mind games.
Yeah, like, the mind games don't really make sense to me. Like, I guess, like, I could see, like, maybe he's doing it because he wants to be let out, but, like,
They
Yeah,
let you
like-
out the room and then you do that. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, because like it's one thing to be like it doesn't make sense for him to be like, oh, okay, I'll draw you a map, and then like, or like they ask him to draw a map and he's like, no,
Because if
I'm wrong,
his map was go around the cliffs and then walk through jungle until Balloon, and that's not an exact map. It's it's a little not to scale.
But like, I guess alternatively, right? Like, if he really wanted to save his own life, I feel like he would have came up with like an alternate solution. Like, I'm not good at drawing maps, or like I could be wrong, but if you take me with you, I can show you where it is. You can like have a gun on me at all times. You can do this, blah 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 blah, and like that might have helped, right? Like he could actually take them.
Yeah.
You can handcuff me, you can tie me up. Like I can take you there. I just like I'm not good at math, because like I can understand that. Like you're not really sure. Like not everyone is well versed in math. But then like Anna Lucia was like, you wanted to travel the world and you don't have you can't draw a map. Like really? Like yeah, all right. That's kind of like
Air
sus.
maps are different because they're in the
sure,
air.
Sure, yeah, but like
that's plausible.
Yeah, it's plausible, but it's still sus, right? Like
Yeah.
you wanted to travel the world and you don't know any type of like way to get around without like a GPS or whatever, right? Like come on. So yeah, that was like sus. That's why it's like, bro.
Well, all that was the B story.
B story?
Technically, that's not the main story. The main story is Sun is pregnant.
Oh, right, yeah.
Even though it feels like that's the B story.
They're kind of like together, I guess.
I know, but it's Sun's episode, so
Yeah.
so that other stuff's not the main story. The main story is Sun finding out she's pregnant on the island, when the flashbacks are her and Jin trying to have a baby before the crash, and how she learned English, which really wasn't a mystery, but it is information. Oh, she learned it from her ex, or sort of ex. Speaking of sus, Jin is infertile. Sun thought she was infertile and was with that dude until the doctor eventually tells her, "What do you think? Is it a miracle baby? Or did she cheat on Jin?" And thinking she was infertile, didn't bother with protection, or protection just didn't work.
No, I don't think she cheated on Jin.
She looked him dead in the eye and said, "I swear." And then
Yeah, it was kind of a weird like
she looked like worried, then happy, and then worried.
But yeah, she's going through a lot of emotions right now. Like
Yeah.
Because she did initially even say she was relieved, and then
Yeah.
because
a little bit of mean Jin came out.
Yeah.
This episode.
And that's why I think like maybe she was like worried because of like what he just did.
Uh-oh,
and,
am I
like,
being stuck with this guy again?
Yeah, and like so yeah, I could see why she would be worried, and like, but I guess when he like came back and apologized and like, he was happy about it, she was just like, oh okay, he really kind of like is trying to change.
That was an outburst. It was,
Yeah.
And he felt real bad about it immediately afterwards.
Yeah, see that type of regression, I'm just like, he made a mistake. Like people make mistakes. He's trying to change, but like
by the end of the episode, he's kind of back on track.
yeah. See this is why I'm like, this is like
And
that kind of stuff is like.
In his defense, his wife was attacked right there the other day, and she's still going back. It's like, look, I know that when I put my hand on the stove, it burns, but I'm a strong, independent woman. He's like, no, leave this place.
I do see, obviously, right? Like we know, like his intentions are good. Just the execution is very bad. And instead of being like physical about it, he should have just at least talked. Well, I mean, he did say they talked, but like.
And then she went back anyway.
Yeah. So like, that's what I mean. Like Sun, I think is like a little bit to like, she has some like she should have talked to him about it too. Or like expressed more of like what her needs are and stuff. But like, yeah, it happens. That's why I'm like, and then he went back to his old ways because like they tried to talk, but then like she didn't listen to him, so he went back to his old ways, right? So like, but immediately regretted it and came back, right? So
yeah. Also, I don't know if it's a retcon or not, but he clearly says, "I don't like what I do for your father. If we have a baby, maybe he'll stop making me do this."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It feels like before we got the impression that he didn't tell her about this stuff, but now I guess we have evidence that he did a little bit.
Well, they did show the flashback of like she walked in on him like
covered in blood,
and it seems like this was after that event. So like,
yeah, but
Sun kind of knows like.
I don't think it's right after because the dog looks bigger.
But like it, so we know like
that
this
happened.
timeline was that happened already. So she kind of has an idea, right, of what. I mean, actually, I do remember that she did like he didn't explicitly say what he does, but she guessed right. I mean, like she was like, "Whose blood is that?" And he's like, "It's not mine."
Yeah.
So clearly it's someone else's, and that means like why is it on you, right? So like she probably came to her own conclusions. It happened to be the right one, but like I think she just came to her own conclusions about like what he does. And I think she did mention like she kind of knows what her father does, but just like not really. So after that like incident, that's why I'm like, oh, she probably like at least has a good idea of what Jin does, just maybe not like super explicitly.
But now we know that he's expressed to her that he doesn't like doing it.
Yeah.
And he's looking for a way out.
Yeah.
But she was still planning to run away from him.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't exactly a good person, and
he
wasn't being a good husband either. Like he wasn't there for her. Like he never listened to her. So it's not, I don't think like it's solely just because of
she was afraid.
Yeah. And I think she was afraid too. Like he was a little bit abusive. He got a little abusive towards her. Like, so I can like, because leading up to that, right? Like there was a lot leading up to that, like to the point where she wanted to leave. So even though like even if he didn't like it, he was still doing it, and that still affected their relationship. And she's trying everything. Well, not trying everything, but like she can't do anything literally against like her father, or now Jin, who works for her father. So her only option was, I have to leave.
She could have talked to him.
Of course, yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's why I'm like, she didn't try everything, obviously, but like she thought that her only option was to leave. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, and it makes sense why she was also relieved when she found out she couldn't have a baby, or thought she couldn't, right? Mm-hmm. I think at that point when she wanted to leave, right, she was falling out of love with him at that point, because he's not the man that she fell in love with at that point. But yeah, now that he's like back on track, right, it's like she was probably just worried that he was gonna revert based on that outburst, especially. Yeah, I mean, they're both kind of like, they need to talk to each other more. They need to like have better communication. But yeah. Miracle baby. The island gave him his juice back.
He got his mojo back.
Yeah.
Austin Powers.
Which one? Wait, what?
Austin Powers, Spy Who Shagged Me. The plot is he lost his mojo.
I've only seen the first one.
Oh. Well, the second one, he loses his mojo.
Spoilers.
Via time travel shenanigans. Well, anyway, anything else in this episode? We got I guess she didn't technically do it before, but Ana Lucia apologized. And Said was like, it wasn't your fault. You don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
It's their fault. And once we prove that this guy is one of them, he's going to be dealt with. So it's like, ugh. That's kind of more to why Ana Lucia is like, if you're going to go deal with this, quote unquote, we're going to be sure.
Yeah.
We are searching this area for that.
I don't blame her, yeah, because she made a mistake before. Like, yeah. So, and yeah, now he's dead. So I would want to be sure too. It's not her fault that Henry, ambushed them, or led them to an ambush, probably.
Well, she tells him too, like, I was sure this guy was one of you, was another.
Based on zero evidence.
Yeah, and I was wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make that mistake again.
Yeah.
But she phrases it like, good news for you. I'm not going to make the mistake again. I'm going to prove that you are who you are to him, so he'll cooperate.
Well, it would be good news if he was telling the truth, because why wouldn't
I just liked how she handled it. It's a little out of character for her because she basically tortured the other guy, threw him into a hole for many days without food, and we know she killed the guy before coming to the island. So this is a much kinder strategy than she typically uses, and it worked out. She got him out, which is what she wanted. But where's the map lead is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like it though. Like that's what I mean. It's character development. Like,
Yes,
she's
she
learning
learned. Yes,
from all of the mistakes that she did. She's taking responsibility and trying to be a better person. And especially because, like, as a cop, right? Like, you need evidence, like, right, innocent until proven guilty. So it's like, but she didn't do that before. She just was like, you're guilty, and then you're proven innocent. Which is, I mean, kind of what he is like right now, right? He's guilty until proven innocent because, I mean, she had nothing to do with locking him up, but like, yeah, she wants to like make absolutely sure 100% that she's right, or like that everyone else is right before anything happens. Because, yeah, like what if she's wrong again, right? And then she gets him killed.
Yeah, that's on her again.
Yeah, I don't think she could handle that.
She has too many deaths on her.
Yeah, I don't think she could handle that again. Especially because, like, she already killed Shannon, too, who was also innocent, you know? Like,
yeah.
Good for her. Even though she's probably going to get ambushed, but good for her.
Yeah, punished for doing the right thing.
I know. This is why I'm like, damn it, like,
that's it. I'm regressing.
Right? Yeah, like, oh, she was so good. She's going in the right direction, guys.
They only got one gun between them, and Saeed has it. And I still think that, like, if this is an ambush, I'm glad Saeed is the one with the gun.
True. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure pretty sure he's a lot better with the gun than Ana Lucia, even though she has all the training and all that. It's Saeed. Come on. He's the best at everything.
Although I would argue that Ana Lucia is more level-headed than Saeed right now in terms of like shooting the others. Like,
maybe
because Saeed has a personal vendetta against him, right? I mean, Ana Lucia like does have some, you know,
she's further from it than he is.
Yes, yeah. So
yeah, that is true. Saeed is being a little more not irrational,
no,
but vindictive.
Yes,
I don't think Saeed has ever been unrational. You know? He's always, even when in his darkest, most crazed state, he's still very logical about it.
Yeah.
That's not him, you know. That's Charlie's job.
Well, he's not necessarily he doesn't let his emotions control him to the point to Charlie that Charlie does, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of letting your emotion, like when Locke threw the plates and whatever on the ground last episode.
Like, he doesn't like necessarily outburst,
Saeed
except for
that.
when he beat the guy, but
he was pretty sure he was right.
Yeah.
He didn't go in doing that.
True, yeah.
He questioned him for a long time.
That's true, yeah.
Before coming to the conclusion, you are
lying.
You are lying. You are one of these people.
So,
Saeed has said before that he can tell when people are lying.
Yeah.
But he can't tell if he's lying.
Oh, the Henry Gale?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's just pretty sure he is, but he doesn't know. Like, typically he can.
Mm-hmm. So
I think that's another interesting thing, that it's not that he can tell he's lying, it's that I actually have no idea if he's lying, which is weird.
You know, actually, it kind of makes sense, because, like, yeah, the whole theater thing, right? Like, I mean, actors are literally,
So was there, like, some kind of actors retreat that crashed on the island, and they're just, like, went full on?
Well, that's the thing. If this is all an experiment, then yes, probably.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be an experiment, but even if it's, like, part of their initiative kind of thing to, like, test stuff, like, it's possible that, yeah, like,
Are you saying you think they're part of Dharma?
They could be, yeah. Like, if they're part of Dharma and their whole thing is to, like, run experiments, because we still don't know exactly what Dharma, I mean,
they're a science and social
they're social science
researchers.
And what are sociological experiments, right? Like, and you have to have a control.
We haven't had an example of that yet. Jack thinks that's what the hatch is, or something. But, you know, Locke thinks, no, this is the real deal. This is an actual thing.
Yeah. But it's like, you need a control and all that stuff. Like, it would make sense that, like, especially because we don't know like, how long they've been on the island, or, like, what types of experiments they do, or whatever. Like, we don't know anything, really.
All we know is electromagnetism was the hatch.
Incidents happen.
And then there was an incident.
Yeah.
Then the hatch's purpose changed.
Yeah, because it's like, why would they even, like, if their whole, like, why would they even need, like, theatrical glue? Because that stuff is pretty strong, right? So, like, yeah, why would you need that type of stuff, like, if you're not gonna like, what would you need it for?
It was Dharma branded too, I think, right?
Yeah.
They had the label.
Yeah, and so it's like, okay, I guess. Like, so at least some of them probably have some like acting background to be able to like know you need that type of glue to like for stuff to stick like really well to you like that. So, because I don't think like people without that background would think you need like there's a specific type of glue, right, that you need for costumes and stuff. Like maybe if you have a costume background or stuff, maybe fashion background, but yeah.
Should we add to the mysteries list how is son pregnant? Or are we going with Miracle Baby?
Yeah, I think at least to me it seemed like it's similar to like Locke's miracle where like he landed and then he was able to
maybe Jin
walk.
was healed or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, like the island fixed his boys. He ain't shooting blanks no more.
All right, I'm fine not adding it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get more information later that makes it more obvious or less obvious.
Yeah, until like further information, I'm just gonna assume
Miracle Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I think that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. So let us know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. And thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
Bye.